notes like on a 3x5 notepad, like writing like this, so you can signal to them that you're really taking in what they're saying quite seriously. Otherwise, you can like use a clipboard with like an 8.5 by 11 paper and write in that, or use a Regal notepad. Lots of ways to do that, and it is important to take notes, because you'll definitely be referring to those back later if you're working with that client again. And then it also helps the client understand that you're establishing a long-term relationship with them, right? Because otherwise, the client may just be wanting to have a test run with you or see how it goes, right? But by you writing down notes and being attentive and doing that, you are interesting, and that you are establishing that you are going to be working with them on a continued basis, right? Just by establishing that visual cue. So that's a good tip there. And as they're talking about their problems and stuff, you can ask them what kind of outcome would they like from this course? Like what are they looking for in the long term, right? If they're feeling chronic pain in their lower back, or if they're feeling like been a bit blue recently, what do they want instead? Like, do they want to have like a level of pain reduction, right? If so, then you can ask them where they're at right now on a scale from 0 to 10 with their level of pain, and ask them how it is like during session, right? And then after session, for if they have some lower back pain, you can ask them how they're feeling then, right? And so let's say they were at an 8 before, and after session they're at a 6. Well, that's great. That's a reduction in 2 points. And then send them a follow-up email in a day or a couple days or even a week, asking them what level their level of pain is at, right? And then you might see, oh, it's at a 6 still. Oh, that's great. That's 2 points less than before. Or what often can happen is that they're instead at a level 5 of pain or level 4, and that's really significant results if you think about having that much reduction in a single session for any type of kind of therapeutic module. So that's really great, and that's awesome feedback to get as well. So just keep that in mind, and know that it's not always going to be like that. Some people might still be only having slight reduction in pain, and that's still absolutely great, right? Because a slight reduction makes a massive difference over the long run. And if you are working with someone who's maybe just feeling a bit blue, right, you can ask them the same type of question, right? Where are you on that scale from 0 to 10? 0 being you're extremely happy and exuberant, and then 5 being you're just kind of feeling really mediocre and tired, lethargic, sad, and then 10 being being dangerously unhealthy with your level of depression, right? Let's say they're at like a 6, right? Then you can ask, and then that before session, and then you ask them where they're at on that spectrum after session, right? Great. You get that feedback, and they get to measure for themselves, like, oh, this session went great because I had 2 points of reduction on there. It gives them a metric of which to measure and assess your performance as a Reiki practitioner, right? And it also gives you that feedback too, of how well you seem to be doing in the perception of the clients during and after session. So keep that in mind, that's a great skill to have, and another little thing for your tool bucket. And so when you, after you've done these sort of assessments and you're talking through, set the expectations